Hello folks and welcome back to another video on the channel, and in this week's video we are back working on my little Mazda MX-5. Now in the last video I left you with the car and primer, and that's where we're starting today. So I'm going to get this primer rubbed down, we're going to get the stone chip onto the car, and then we're going to paint it, and paint a few other things along the way as well, and get it all looking tidy, hopefully in time for my retro car show. So let's get straight into it, let's get this sanded down. If you missed last week's episode, the rear quarters and sills on this little MX-5 were absolutely rotten. We got them welded, repaired and primed in the last episode, and now we're going to get it painted in this episode. And there we have it, that is all the primer sanded down on the car, and how much better does that look? There we go, it's pretty much ready for paint now, apart from the stone chip, which actually runs right along this line here on an MX-5. You can see it goes right along the door, along the wing along there as well, and obviously we need to replicate that again on the quarters and along the sill. I also ended up sanding down this whole front wing. It has been painted in 2K, which is a bit annoying, that's why it was fading though. You should have seen it, it was like white right along the top of here where it had all faded. But I'm just going to blend into this wing because I was originally going to try and take it along that line where the stone chip is, but it was going to be too tight with the primer and stuff anyway, so we're going to blend into the wing on this side as well. So we're literally just leaving the doors on the sides really, which I would normally do, but I want to save some lacquer because I need to save that for other jobs as well. So so we're doing quarters, sills and blending into the wings, but there we go. So as you can see, we still have the same sort of line here where the stone chip's been, but we just need to redo it because this is all smooth now, but it needs that stone chip finish to look all factory. So I now need to get this all masked up ready for the stone chip, and then we can get that on, and once that's dry it's time for paint, so let's get on with it. We can get the car masked up now. This is pretty simple, you're just following the line where the stone chip was before and making sure that it's all stuck down properly. And there we have it, that is the car ready for some stone chip now. So we've got the driver's side done here, and then if we run round to the other side, there is the passenger side as well, looking all fresh. And I've actually masked it so that I can get a wee bit of stone chip into the back of the arch there, because the bottom of the sill's been welded. I want to protect that bit in there as well, just so it's all nice. So there we go, it's pretty simple masking for doing stone chip because you don't get much overspray off a stone chip anyway, so it's not like it's going to go up and onto the roof and that, so you don't have to sheet the car. So we're all ready, we just need the stone chip now. There we have it, we have the Gravitex stuff from U-Paul. This stuff's great, it's what I used on the Nova as well. You get like 2 bottles of this with the spray gun for it for £20, so absolute bargain, and the stuff's great, so let's get it on. So as you can clearly see, there isn't that much of a technique for doing stone chip, you kinda just have to get it onto the car. But you do have to try and spray out the gun quite equal to make sure it's all matching right along the sill and along the bottom of the quarter and stuff. But it's quite hard sometimes, so I'm trying my best. And there we have the stone chip on the MX-5, and as you can see I've sort of just blended it into the original stone chip that was there, so it's faded out, just so it's all a smooth transition. How much better does that look, man? Also put a bit of stone chip into the back of the arch there as well, so that's all protected. but we're almost there, man. So there's the driver's side, and there is the passenger side. Let's go. While I've got the MX-5 in my unit though, I wanted to complete another couple of things, like painting these calipers. Obviously, we've got 4 calipers on the MX-5, and although they might be small on the back, they still would look better painted. So I'm actually going to paint these red. I'm going to do all 4 red, obviously. So I want to paint these, and then I want to paint the wheels as well, because they are in a really terrible way, but we'll get onto them later. Right now, I'm going to paint these calipers. So this is how they look before, and then you'll see them after. So I'm going to paint these now off camera. This is what they look like before. And there we have the calipers painted. How much better do they look in red as well? I would have went yellow if I was going to keep the car long term, but I think I'm going to sell it on. So red's quite a nice generic colour. Most people like it. So there we go. There's both the back ones done. I still need to do the front ones though. And as well as painting the rear calipers, I've also took all of the masking off of the stone chip areas, so you can see just how crispy a line there is along there on the quarter, and then the same on the front wing too. It looks so amazing, man. So it just needs to go into colour now, apart from that. Same on this side as well, and you can see that bit in at the back. I'll just touch that in with some black or something, but there we go. Another must for tidying up this car is painting the wheels. They are absolutely shocking. Look at the state of them, especially these front ones. It's the same on both sides. So I've got that one there, and look at this, man, it looks rubbish. So I've actually already started sanding them down. I've got one of the back wheels here all sanded down. It took absolutely ages, but it's sanded down. I'm not going to go absolutely mental with these, stripping all the tyres off them and stuff and getting the most minty job ever. I'm literally going to paint the face of the wheel, not doing the barrels or that. And I'm just going to leave the tyre on and mask the tyre off, just to tidy them up a bit, because they're a standard wheel. It's not like they're some £5 wheel or that, so just to tidy them up. So yeah, these are going to be going for a massive transformation once they're painted, because right now, I mean, even when you wipe the dirt off them, they're still absolutely shot-like. So I'm going to be painting these the same colour as I've done the Nova wheels, and the same colour as we've painted those Escort wheels as well, if you watched that. So we're going to be putting a Ford colour on these wheels. It's going to look fresh. It's a nice sparkly colour as well, so they'll look really, really good. But obviously, you need to sand them. And that's what I've done. Lots and lots and lots of sanding, starting from 180 grit to get all that corrosion off, and then working my way up to a 500. And there we have it, that is all 4 wheels sanded down. That was an absolute graft. They took ages. They were in a really bad state. They were really badly corroded, and I've had to take them pretty far back. So now I just need to mask them up. I'm not going to go mental with the masking either. Literally just going to mask them up as simple as possible, because I just want to tidy them up. They didn't have to be absolutely minted. So I'll get them masked up. Right, and there we go, that is the wheels finally all sanded, all masked up, and pretty much ready for paint. I'm going to put a tiny wee bit of aerosol primer on them just to cover, well, the bare metal, which is most of the wheels. So I'm just going to cover that bare metal, and then I'm going to get on with the base coat and lacquer and then transform these wheels. I can't wait to see them once they're actually done as well. There we go, a wee bit of primer on the wheels. Let's get them based up now. There we have the base coat completed on the wheels. They look so fresh. Obviously up close there's a few wee bits in that, but they're definitely so much better than they were before. I've got lacquer in the gun now, so I'm going to get that on. Get the first coat on there, and then we'll put a nice shiny coat on the second coat. So let's get it on. Right, it is now the next morning after painting the wheels last night, and how fresh do these look? They're all dry now, obviously. Wow, they look so much better. They are not perfect by any means, but they look so much better and so much brighter now. Look at this. Look at them, man. I'm going to get the masking off these now, but they look so much better. Obviously, I just painted the face, but I've managed to get a bit of paint into the barrel of the wheel as well. What a difference, man. That has totally changed the look of them. Like, they look so good on the car. Imagine that on there with red calipers and fresh paint. Oh, right, let's get the masking off of these. That is all the masking stuff off of the wheels for the MX-5. They look absolutely brilliant. Imagine once they're on the car and with some tyre shine on those tyres, well, they're going to look so fresh. I'm a wee bit disappointed with the centre caps on the wheels, because they broke and stuff. Like this one was cracked when I took it off and that, so it's a bit rubbish, but they're alright. They look better than they did. They had like somebody had painted the badge red. I wasn't too much of a fan of that, but there we go. So now we can get on with the rest of the car. So I want to get the car painted today. There's quite a bit of masking in this. This is going to take a while, but it needs to be done. And we'll just get straight into it because it's going to take some time, but can't wait to see it all done. But I still need to paint the front calipers. I might actually paint the calipers first before I paint the car, instead of painting the car and then doing the calipers. We'll maybe just do the two calipers first, because I actually put a wee bit of a coat on this one already. You can see this one's got a wee bit of paint, but obviously we only completed the rear one, so I'll paint the calipers first, and then we'll mask up the car and get that painted. So yes, it's now finally time to mask up the car for paint, and you can see I did end up doing the calipers as well if you look in the bottom right of your screen. Now you'll get a close up of them later on in the video, but now let's get the car masked up. And there we have it, that is the MX-5 all masked up, all sheeted up, ready to go pretty much for paint. So I've got it all jacked up, all four wheels are off, they're wrapped up there, freshly painted. So we need to paint up to here, blend it into that wing like that, fade it in. And then the same with the quarter, obviously coming higher up, and we'll still try and keep it away from that boot lid and the back, well, as much of the back bumper as possible. And then obviously along the sill, and then it's pretty much the same on this side as well. Still need to scotch that fuel flap, but apart from that, we're all ready to go. So there we are. But you'll notice I've masked off the doors as well. I was going to blend them and just give them a nice coat of lacquer, but it's fine. The condition of the paint on this car is actually not too bad anyway, so once this is all painted, I'll just polish up the rest of the car as well. Because we gave it a quick run over in one of the first videos we made on this car, and it came up well. So with a good polish, it'll come up even better. So I also have the mirrors here, because they're pretty bad. I'm probably going to paint these as well just now. I'll set them up on the car somewhere or on my stand or something. But I'm just hoping I've got enough paint. I've got half a litre, so it should be enough, but we'll see. So I'm going to sand those mirrors down now and get them set up as well. So I've sanded down and set up the mirrors. First setting them up, I've literally just screwed them back into the car and taped around the base of them. And it means I can still move the mirror to any way that I need it, so ideal. So we're all ready to go. I'm going to get some paint mixed up now, and then we'll get it on. So here it is, the nice deep red paint for the MX-5. I then got that into the gun, and now it's time to get the first coat of paint onto the car. So I'm just giving the car a nice light first coat to start with. We can build it up after that, and in this moment I was pretty chuffed because the paint was covering really well until the compressor decided to trip, which was a bit of a nightmare, and then I just switched it on and we were okay to paint again. I then put the first coat of lacquer onto the car, and this was just a light coat as well, just so the second coat had something to grab to. I didn't film the second coat, but you'll see the car pretty soon. Right, and that is the second coat of lacquer completed on the MX-5, and it looks amazing, man. Check this out. Ta-da! Look at that, man. Look at how fresh that paintwork looks now. Front wing, mirrors, rear quarter, sill. Oh man, it looks so good. It looks so smart. Here it is, the passenger side as well. It just looks so fresh, man. There's that stone chip that we've done as well. Oh my god, I can't wait to get this all built up and back on the road, man. It looks amazing. So I actually just had enough base coat to get everything covered in that. And then obviously lacquer wasn't an issue because I've got loads of that. But wow, it looks unreal. So it's just drying right now. and then we can take the masking off it and stuff, and then eventually polish it, build everything back up, put the wheels on and stuff. So exciting stuff. That is the main big job done now. That's the big stuff out of the way. We've just got wee tiny jobs now to get, hopefully, at my show. Ta-da! That is all the masking off the MX-5, and how fresh does it look now? Obviously the rest of the panels are all minging, but in terms of colour match it's alright. You can sort of see it on the door. It's a bit minging, but the match is pretty good. Like, I just sent one of the wing mirrors away to get the colour matched for this, and it's came back pretty decent. Like, I'm happy with that. So especially once the door and that's polished up with the rest of the panels, it'll look nice. There's a few bits of dirt in the paint and stuff obviously, but I'll need to give that a flattening polish anyway. So that is looking absolutely brilliant. So happy with this now. Just looks totally fresh. Like, this was all rotten the other week, and just look at it now, man, it's so fresh. Right along the sill as well, it just looks amazing, man. We've got the red calipers now, we've got the fresh wheels as well, which I'm going to chuck on now. I've got to see it with the wheels on, so I'll chuck the wheels on, but I'm just so happy with it. It's now a few days later. It is now actually Monday, which means it's only a few days until the show, so we really need to get cracked on with a little MX-5. But I did get a few bits of progress off camera, so it's back on the ground. It's got all 4 wheels on now. I've actually started polishing up the panels as well, so I gave this front wing a first polish. It's not great, but you can start to see it coming up nice. The rear quarters all flattened down and trizacked, and then it's the same with this side. These are flattened down. I still need to trizack them, but the panels are all flattened down. So ideally, I want to get everything wrapped up on this car today. We just need to polish it really, and give it a good clean, because it's pretty minging. Even the inside's minging from the trip down to the Lake District. So we just need to get on with it. I really want to get it wrapped up so that I'm not stressing about it later on this week. So let's see if we can get this done today. Let's get on with it. Probably going to polish first. Polish is the messiest part, so let's do that. And there we have it, that is the car finally polished. It is looking absolutely amazing. Here's the driver's side. So I've polished right down this side. I've actually done the front bumper as well. The only thing I've not polished is the bonnet, and just because it just needs a clean. The bonnet's actually alright, so I've not polished that. But the door even looks good. I need to fit the indicator still. But aye, if we come down this side as well, like, it all looks absolutely brilliant. Quarter there. I need to touch up these door edges as well. But it looks amazing, man. It's a wee bit darker on this passenger side, but you can see it's all polished up here as well. All looking pretty good, like, really happy with this. So there it is. I then gave the interior a quick once over as well, because I still hadn't cleaned it since me and Amy got back from the Lake District. Right, and after a little time lapse there, that is the interior complete on the MX-5. It looks fresh, it looks really good. Obviously we've cleaned the interior before on the channel when I first bought the car, but it just comes up so well with a good clean. I've done the seats again and stuff. It all looks amazing and it's fresh for the show now. I should only need to be in the driver's side of the car anyway to drive it home from here and take it to the show, so it should stay pretty clean up until then. So all that's really left to do on the car now is fit the indicators back into the front wings, give it a wash on the outside of the car because we've done the interior obviously, and then do wee tiny bits of touch-up paint, and then that's it. That is it going to be ready for the show. And I took the rack off the boot as well because I think it looks better without the rack. The only reason I fitted that is because we went on that trip to the Lake District, but I think it looks better without it, so aye. So a wash now, let's do that. Right, and I've just moved the car outside and I've not even washed it yet and it looks amazing already. Check out the side of this. Like, it looks unreal. Look how much better that is. It's so fresh, man. It looks brand new. That is mental, man. Right, let's get it washed looking even better. So here we go, the first wash on the MX-5 since we took it on that trip to the Lake District. Yes, I haven't cleaned it since then, so this was a really good deep wash and it came out amazing. And there we have the MX-5 washed now. I'm going to get it back into the unit because it has started raining. Going to get it back in there and put a bit of Fuso coat on it, which is a wax. This is the wax we're going to be using. It's pretty expensive stuff, like, but it's absolutely unreal. It's really good stuff. It'll just give that extra bit of protection and that bit of shine as well. So after drying the car off, getting the wax onto it and putting some tyre shine on, this is how it was looking when it was all done. And there we have it, that is the MX-5 complete. I'm totally blown away with the transformation on this car, and I'm blown away with the amount of time that it's taken to do this car as well. It hasn't took long at all. I mean, it looks completely different, it looks so fresh, especially outside. Now unfortunately, it's raining outside. I would have loved to have it outside for the end of this video, but it's peeing it down out there, so there's no point. It's better being in here nice and dry, but I'm totally blown away with it. It looks amazing, and it's going to make it to the car show on Sunday, which is the main thing. That was the goal with this. Get it all done before the car show so that it's looking fresh for then. So I hope you have enjoyed this little sort of series thing on the MX-5. It has been totally transformed, I think so anyway. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and I hope you have enjoyed it. So please make sure to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new or you're watching my videos and you're not subscribed. Make sure to come along to the car show on Sunday. Put it up on the screen, Retros of Rust 2025. See you there. Thank you for watching. Bye.